Trash to Cash podcast, episode something or other in between 19 and 22. Not sure which one. We got Dave, the NC picker here. Kayla, the homeschooling picker, who's not a real homeschooler and wears ripped jeans. Kevin, the Commonwealth shill. And then Carrie, the Taco Bell sponsor. Hello. I had to start the recording just out of nowhere because I just made an eBay sale, guys. That's pretty exciting. I don't know if you knew this, but I unlisted all my listings, all 2,100. I unlisted them, and yeah, I just made a sale. Actually, that's my second sale of the day. So I've now done basically Carrie's monthly output on eBay.
Whatever,
pretty
dude.
exciting.
I've had like 3 or 4 sales today, bro.
Ooh. Anyways, hi Kayla.
$200 bat.
Hey,
you sold a
like
what?
a live bat?
What?
No, a Louisville Slugger. It was actually a $189 bat.
Nice.
I'm gonna say that Kayla probably has sold more than all 3 of us combined this week because I've had a slow week myself.
I sold 2 things.
But this weekend's finally starting to heat up a little bit. I just can't believe how excited he got for a sale.
I know.
We actually started recording to prove
Kayla, when you have 34 listings, a sale is a pretty big deal.
that is true.
I mean, that's pretty exciting. Do you think your bat sold because of the new Batman movie that came out this weekend?
Sure. It was a black bat, so I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I've heard that movie's good, by the way. I've heard it's good.
Did the bat have a tough childhood, Kayla?
Look, I actually dead serious sold the Batman game right after that. I'm not even joking. A Batman like PlayStation game or something. I didn't realize new Batman.
Carrie, when are we gonna see Batman?
Dude, whenever. Dude, are we just gonna live stream it together and just watch? I'm going Wednesday. I'm going Wednesday, bro.
Oh, you are. See, I got no time in my life for fun, frivolous things like that. I'm busy working, Carrie.
You gotta quit your job, quit winning Emmys and Oscars, and join the fold.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that. I sold, by the way, my sale was to Utah, Carrie. Thought you'd appreciate that. Yeah.
Do you want me to pick it up and deliver?
This is already more reselling than we've done, I think, since I've been on the show.
Are you going to share what the sale is? What's your big sale?
It's like a 99 cent sale.
No, it was Chewbacca Crocs. Chewbacca little kid Crocs. They're $12. But that was my one that happened right before the show. Now I just sold the second thing, and it's a Baymax action figure from that movie Big Hero 6. Sold it. I think I bought it from Carrie even, maybe. Sold it for $15. The one with all the little red pieces that like snap onto it. You know, it's like the white thing.
Who's running your shop? Like a 13-year-old? You sold a Chewbacca Crocs and an action figure.
Dude, it's an issue. It's an issue I'm having in Florida because there's like no toys at these yard sales. I'm going there and I'm looking for toys and I'm finding nothing. Like all I'm finding is granny panties and just like Depends. I'm seeing no toys. I'm basically picking in Kevin's zone.
Watching your recent yard sales have made me rethink moving to Florida. Scary.
When I first started watching Kayla, you were doing a ton of toys, but I don't see you do quite as much as you used to.
I need yard sales back, man. I can't survive. I'm dying. About yard sales.
The Goodwill inflationary prices are killing you.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Your yard sale should be back this weekend, right? Or next weekend? You got to be close.
There was it was warm. So there was 9 sales on the treasure map this past weekend or yesterday, and I missed them. Yeah, I didn't go.
Yard sale treasure map? I've heard of other apps about yard sales. Have you heard of any, Kevin?
I have, but they haven't paid the check yet, so we're not going to mention.
Well, we'll talk about that after the payment is received.
Kevin tracks all that. I don't know. I try to set him up, and it just sometimes doesn't work out.
No, I checked right before the show, but it hadn't cleared yet. So,
but we did get the money from Altoids. They're coming back, guys. Altoids are coming back. The little tin can of mints. They wanted They wanted to be shouted out on our little donkey podcast. So
I think the sponsor actually heard Kayla was going to be on this episode. I think, and they backed out. I don't know. I think it's because the jeans. They wanted to uphold their image a little bit.
Jeans. I say crap and I say frickin', and those are both like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, okay. Hold on, Kayla. The worst thing you say is actually douche canoe. I don't know if you knew that's worse than those other things.
It's true. Definitely worse.
Yeah,
I did not get any flack at all for saying douche canoe. Now I called stuff crap, and people lost their crap. So
it's true.
What about enema canoe? Kevin should maybe monetize Anime Canoe.
Completely in total different spheres.
They're not far off. Yeah, actually, Kayla, you should get a plush made that is the douche canoe, right? The homeschooling picker douche canoe. You can sell it along with Edmonds.
Any merch at all coming from the homeschooling picker would be
okay. Can one of our viewers please mock up the douche canoe plush so that Kayla can send it over to Kevin's supplier, and we can get some of that.
I'll give you the name. I'll text you as soon as we're done.
Yeah,
I'll sell it in my store. Well, I'll give you part of the money.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And no, but wait, how do we tie it into reselling? Like, I don't even know really what a douche does. Don't tell me, but
don't worry
I'll
about
have to Google that.
All right, true story.
Reselling's overrated.
True story. I had a sponsor all lined up. Not this one. I have another one lined up. Now and they listen to these two, and they're like, we can't do it. We can't do it, and they backed out. It's true.
I would rather provide our viewers with great, enjoyable entertainment than get money. I mean, that's just, I'm just not the kind of guy who would sell out.
As evidenced by the recent videos on this channel.
Absolutely. And I would say that Cheetos is the best brand of Cheetos Puff that you could possibly get. It's so disgusting how people are just selling out all the time.
It's true. I'm just glad you guys don't have tacos hidden anywhere. John was like, "You think I really need to go and get a taco just in case?"
That's really the expectation.
He said they would crap if you really pulled out a taco. And
Dave's been too AWOL lately to come up with any sinister plans.
Yeah, Dave won't even respond to them.
Yeah, he won't.
That's refreshing.
I have to depend on Carrie, and that's like
that's terrible. That's not good. That's not good for business. No. That's not good for anything, guys.
He's kind of a leaky vessel sometimes.
Speaking of vanilla cherry Coke, Carrie, I saw on TikTok that people in Utah get their Coke and they pour creamer in it, and that's like a very common thing. Is that true?
Never heard of that.
That's
an old wives' tale.
Well, I tried it, and it's actually pretty good. I actually am recommending it right now.
In Utah, it's all about the caffeine-free stuff because you're not supposed to drink caffeine, and I drink a lot of caffeine. So yeah.
Oh, I hate caffeine, but I love it at the same time. Hey, last time, Kayla, we did a show. We asked our viewers to please make a Photoshop of Adam the Pittsburgh Picker as a majestic lion.
Yes.
And no one did it. No one did it. I know. You thought I was going to show you. You thought I was going to show you like a majestic lion, Adam.
Like 7 or 8 of them at least.
Sure, I mean, unless you got. Did you see one come across the board?
No,
I did. But
I just usually
stream, so it's probably.
I usually just get poo emojis and get a job. That's usually what my DMs are.
Okay, so because of this lack of a Photoshop, I had to do it myself. I took matters into my own hands.
Oh, that's perfect.
And here is Adam, the Pittsburgh Picker, as a majestic lion. I think it's like I tried to use the highest quality photo of his face I could find, and I think
did you even edit? Is that even an edit, or is that just him?
It's okay. So here's my challenge, Carrie. If you can do better, or if our viewers can do better, go ahead and do it.
So
I'll do one. I don't know how to do any of that stuff though.
We had a Wizard of Oz.
You saw
a picture of a crayon drawing.
We had a Wizard of Oz reference on the last show, and then how can you resist having a Wizard of Oz?
That's tough though too, because that was too new of a movie for your audience to even get. They had to go and because it was a talkie. It was a talkie.
Hey, if you're saying that about my audience, guess who Kayla's audience is? I mean, you look at it. I'm telling you, I get who came here from this channel, who also watches this. I'm telling you, her demo is my demo.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Okay. Interesting. So you're in good company.
Yeah, the YouTube's really weird with that. I get a lot. It says like the age group, and then I get menthol smokers. Apparently, it'll tell you like what they're into as well. I get a lot of menthol people.
Yeah, mine are tobacco chewers, which is interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense though, considering.
Yeah. Would you? So you guys think 9 minutes is too short for a yard sale video, or do you think that's just right?
That's like a long video for me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because some of our viewers or listeners are also content creators. What is the right length for a yard sale / garage sale video?
Kayla, what are you doing? How many are you doing?
Most of mine are between 20 and 30 minutes.
Yep, mine are too.
I hardly ever have anything below 20.
Yep. Okay. How many yard sales do you put into a 20 to 30 minute video?
Well, when I was doing yard sales, I tried to squish a lot in and I cut everything out except the good stuff. I didn't show a lot. And I've kind of started to shift that, and I've started showing a lot of the stuff that's overpriced but still valuable if you can find it at a yard sale. Because Goodwill's just not the same.
Part-time picker style, where it was part-time picker style, which is just like rapid fire, just everything you buy, right? Like we went to, and we were together at the reseller rally, and Matt took that footage from that day and made one video, and I took the footage from that day and made 3 videos.
Yeah, I did one. But half of mine was messed up. It was the first day I wore the GoPro. It was face down, so it was like your all's crotch the whole time.
She released that on a different website.
It's out there still.
Hey,
pickercrotches.com.
When I went with Paul,
put on Dave's OnlyPants,
and it's still crotch.
No, Kayla, me and Kevin also have a repository of Paul crotch shots from when we went picking with him, because the dude's like 6'9", and we're like 5 feet each. So it's just like our camera's just right waistline. Yep. Carrie, you could probably.
He wears the chest mount too, and he looks ridiculous in it. So I have to edit him out. I can only show just a portion of it.
You guys should just like tag along, like hold on to his legs and just film his from that level. That'd be fun.
I really had to start moving my GoPro up here so it looks even more ridiculous because I'm so short. And then
on your neck.
Yeah, and then like it hangs at the rock, so it's like right here now. It's so bad.
You got to wear the minor cam. The head cam.
I can't do that, dude. I'm such a chicken. I cover it up like sometimes. I couldn't do it. I have so much anxiety over it.
You just point at people, tell them they're on camera, and if they got a problem with it, then I just say talk to Dawn, and I just bolt. That's what I do. I'm like, Dawn will handle it.
I wish I could just tell myself, if they have a problem, you've got gold. Please let somebody have a problem.
Seriously.
I know, but I'm working on it.
Carrie, if you haven't ever been, you've never met Kayla. So she, you think Dave is short. I'm sure, Kayla is tiny. So
I'm like a basketball player in this podcast. I feel great.
When her and Paul go out, I mean, it's hilarious. It's funny. It's good stuff. And I always had, and that was my one. I had to come up with a question. I had one question for Kayla.
Oh no!
And it's like, you are so small and petite. How hard is it to carry Paul every day? To carry Paul, how hard is it to carry Paul? Because I carry these two guys, and it is.
You know what's funny is I would kind of describe Kevin the same way, small and petite.
And how do you describe yourself?
Myself, small and fat.
I think Carrie's words were boorish and what was it?
Oh, boorish, yes.
Boorish and slobbish, yes.
There was a highlight about that. Yeah, I remember that. I went picking with Kayla. She didn't seem that short to me. She seemed like an appropriate height for a human.
That's just comparatively speaking, though. We're together, maybe around normal size people.
Let me tell you, she's hardcore. Y'all, if you go picking with her, she's like, it doesn't matter. She's like laser focused. She goes and gets the stuff, and that's all that matters to her. Dude, she's got to find the stuff. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, she was tripping me. She actually smashed my face into the asphalt like 6 times.
I went over to this pile at this yard sale with this guy, and I'm looking at it. He's like, oh, that's my pile. I'm like, we just got here. But he would speed walk through every single sale.
Here's the key.
Try and beat me there.
I already know how to win at a garage sale with Dave. I'm just going to put in a food truck. I'm going to send a food truck to whatever neighborhood we're going to. It doesn't matter. The grosser the food, the better. He's going to go for it. And he's just going to be at the food truck. And then we're good.
Speaking of food trucks, this afternoon... No, actually, I don't have a food truck story. I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Carrie got a nice new haircut, though. Actually, you know what? I did have a topic for the show that I wrote down like Kevin. I wanted to talk about mustard a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because mustard is like such an underrated condiment. I feel like 30 to 40% of adult Americans just wrote off mustard as kids and never went back. And I went back this last 12 months, and it's been great. It's been a fantastic return.
To me,
I'm the only mustard lover in this house.
Yeah, to me, it's like, I'm going to have a plate of mustard, and I just got to find something to eat with it, but I will just eat the mustard. I'm not that big of a mustard guy.
Pretzels.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude! I went to IKEA and they got these soft pretzels with this mustard, and I was eating it on the drive home. Mind you, I had been there for 5 hours and I was almost dead from exhaustion and.
Is this to replace the furniture your wife sold?
Absolutely, that's exactly what happened, Kevin. I knew it would. And anyways, that pretzel was probably like the most amazing thing I've eaten in the year because of how hungry I was. But that honey mustard they gave me, whew.
Oh, see, I don't like honey mustard. I just like the regular sour mustard.
I like all mustard. I'm not like did you say sour?
I mean,
I don't know that it's sour.
Regular mustard sour. I guess
do you guys think
Dijon?
Savor. It's savory.
Dijon.
I like Dijon. I do like the
mustard.
Spicy, Grey Poupon. Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Hey, welcome, elder millennials in the house. Let's do
it. Dave, you should have sold your eBay inventory. You wouldn't have all this trouble, and then you should have kept the furniture.
Can you imagine?
I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't because I'm not finding anything at yard sales. So I'm really glad I kept it all.
You're not finding it. How could you not find it? I haven't been. All right, here's a question. Here's a good reset. Well, I don't know if it's a reset question, but it's a source.
Don't even bother.
Why are you asking us?
Do you read the comments? They're like, yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of reselling.
Yeah, we've done it.
How many yard sales do you go to? I'm going to ask Kayla because she's the only one that makes half any sense at all here. How many yard sales do you go to? Like, if you go to 10 yard sales, how many are you going to buy things from? How many of the 10 on average?
I would say probably 60%. Since I've been picking in the city. When I went in my own town, not so much. But I'm honestly scared to leave my area. After I've only been yard selling in this area for one season, and I'm in love. I don't want to ever leave.
Dude, that was like North Carolina. It was like 75 to 80% of sales I'd be buying stuff. Yeah. And here it's like 25 to 30. Like
you just got to learn new stuff. You got to learn
I think I need to go to the next town up, which is more of a city. It's like a 30-minute drive, and like Kayla used to do with Lexington, and just get out there a little early and just pick that city, because I just don't think I've had hauls in Florida before, but it was not in this town that I'm living in. It was in a different town.
Well, the best place I've ever been, I mean, I go to Raleigh, and it's just like, I mean, I can't come out of Raleigh. If I'm going for 4 hours, I can't not make $2,000.
It's crazy. You can make so much money. You find like 3 Nest thermostats, brand new sealed, a couple of PS3s, like, and a Yeti cooler for $8, and you're just like, hey, it's just a yard sale day.
Just like, in the free, all in the free box, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's
I
just
would make more money literally traveling 2.5 hours down there, going yard, and then coming back than I do.
Yeah, I left the land of milk and honey, basically, but I will say I'm really enjoying the sunshine. So there's that quality of life, you know.
So I saw a TikTok about and I want to warn you about this, Dave, because you're in Florida now. I saw a TikTok about a lady who wanted to go pet an alligator, and she was a little drunk. And she went in and she waded in and she pet the alligator, and then it killed her. So,
oh gosh.
Well, I mean, I just saw TikTok. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, they were talking about it happening. I didn't watch a video of it.
Kayla doesn't know what TikTok is.
Kayla, you ever heard of TikTok? Media. Me and Carrie own it.
Yeah, we're pretty much the only dancing resellers on there.
I actually haven't done a TikTok today, which is,
what's wrong with you, man?
Actually, maybe I did a repost. Hold on, let me check. I
reposted one of yours.
You guys check your phone. Talk amongst yourself. Anyways, this is a podcast, by the way, about reselling. Carrie got a haircut, guys who are listening.
Yep.
So tune in to see Carrie's haircut. It didn't fix his face, but he tried.
I got the fade. I got the whole deal. Yeah.
Kayla, there's a lot of pressure here, because we've had, since episode 14, we've gone up every week. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Is it 20? Is this 20?
Yeah, every episode goes up one number.
Every episode. You have a lot of pressure.
Episode 18, episode 19, episode 20, episode 21. So Kayla, if you're lucky, you'll be episode 21. But if you fail,
I think it's 21.
In other words, you have to heavily promote this to make sure that you make it go up.
The numbers are going to progress no matter what.
Yeah, I have seen you posting on Instagram. I saw some things today. Sold some shoes. You posted on Instagram, getting a little ball rolling on Instagram. I don't see you on
trying. I'm just not a social media person. The one person that probably does not like that stuff so much. I'm trying to commit to posting once a day on Instagram, and I've done it 3 days in a row. So I feel like I should get like a cookie or something. Or
I feel like YouTube is social media, Kayla.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
Well, what I'm saying is, though, before I started the YouTube channel, I wasn't even on social media. So I got Instagram pretty much to see Matt, part-time picker, shout me out. That's the only reason why I got it.
Is that funny? I've heard that story before. I heard you tell that.
And that's true. Funny. I literally went and got it that day. I was like, how do I find this?
He shouted you out on Instagram, right? First. But he also did it on YouTube, I recall.
Both.
Yeah.
Why did he shout you out? Just because he met you, or you paid him?
In my first video, I sang his little song.
Well, let's hear that song. Can I hear it?
Let's go.
No, I don't think I know it.
Please.
Gotta be
if you could sing it, that would help
me. One there.
Is that the one where it's like I'm feeling creepy, eating diapers at yard sales? Is that the one? Yeah. I'm feeling creepy,
eating diapers. I'm mad in yard sales.
That was
floods everywhere.
Matt, the part-time picker. Hey, Kevin, I actually am beating you now on the top YouTube video for this channel. My Whatnot video has officially surpassed.
It eclipsed me. I knew it would happen.
It's officially surpassed you by 13 views.
That means it's crushing Harry Tornado. So that makes me
Who's that? Yep. I don't even see his video on this top 2 list.
He's Joey Bada Big.
This video right here will get far more views.
Josh, if you want to beat Kevin, you're going to have to come back. Kevin has agreed to take off a week as long as we continue to pay him the $5,000 an episode. He has agreed to take off a week so you can come on and try to beat him.
That's right.
So if you want to take us up, Insta me.
If you watched that last episode, you basically ignored him the whole time. Kind of like you started off with Kayla, but I had to push the conversation back to her. You two talk. That's what you got to watch out.
She asked me to ignore her. They just
talk to each other. Yeah. Even when I'm here, they just talk to each other. That's what they do.
That's not true at all. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's keep going.
That's probably for the best right there, guys.
Oh, at least we can see our logo now. Trash to cash. Now that Kevin's gone.
I was trying to make that diaper clip long enough for a highlight.
It's bromance.
It's not a brand. I haven't talked to Carrie hardly at all in the last couple of weeks. I don't even know if he's surviving. His wife, or his girlfriend, his Commonwealth wife, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Common law. Exactly. His common law wife actually forgot I had a beard. It's been so long.
Yeah. There's 2 Commonwealthers in here. You know, Kentucky is the Commonwealth too.
Yeah, I remember when I very first found you, I was like, "Is this guy in Kentucky?"
That's how he tricks people.
That's the way
Kayla.
she thinks. She's like,
that's how he tricks people.
My stuff.
Well, it was this guy tosses stuff very roughly, and it's he in Kentucky.
And why is he stealing all these elderly people's stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, though, Dave, have you warned your mother about the tossing? Because she's a tosser too.
Oh, my mom will throw stuff.
I was like, oh gosh, she's gonna get.
She's worse than me, Kayla. Yeah. My mom is like me on steroids. I'm telling you.
Kayla, are you not a tosser?
I am not a tosser. I am a noticer of tossers.
Is anyone here who's listening from the UK? Because I'm pretty sure tosser is a bad word over there.
All right.
So, yep, that's true.
I was going to mention.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to mention something about Kayla and her 100,000 view video, but I'm going to go back to that in a minute because I want to tell you a trick. This is since nobody's listening to this thing. I used to say that when nobody would listen, but now a lot of people are listening. I edit out, Kayla, you'll be happy. If you watch my most recent videos, I literally edit out the sound. Like when I toss something, you know, it hits something and it makes a sound. I edit out like 1/100th of a second where it hits. I edit out that sound, and I haven't had a complaint about tossing stuff until they watch this show.
But no, the thing is too is Kevin's not actually tossing stuff. None of us are.
No,
we're putting things down, and it feels like tossing because somehow the GoPro exacerbates it to a ridiculous level. To even the most gentle people, like I think the smart ones like Kevin cut it out.
I cut it out.
I don't
want to deal with it anymore.
Like
plush. People yell at you for throwing plush. I'm like, it's plush.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Kevin? Quote of the day. What's wrong with you, the listeners and the viewers of Kevin? What's wrong with you?
We forgot comment of the week last week, and we had some great comments. So I wrote down some comments of the week. Are you ready for them?
Sure thing, tosser.
Yeah, let's do it.
There we go.
You tosser.
You tosser.
This is from Alex. This is from Alex Nye, I think, maybe.
It doesn't.
The science guy?
Commonwealth
I really should have had a drink with this show. Oh my God.
Go grab one, Kayla. You're fine.
I've never watched Kayla.
I'm having a Coke Zero.
At least twice.
I haven't what twice?
Peed at least twice.
I have a power water. It's a lie.
I said a drink, Kevin.
How much more powerful are you?
Well, I know. I'm saying you shouldn't have a drink.
I really do have an overactive bladder. Okay.
So do I.
It's real problems. Like
we
it's
all
terrible. Do. COVID with yard sales, it was so bad because there was nowhere that had bathrooms.
Have you? There's a great question. Have you ever asked somebody to use their bathroom at a yard sale? I have.
I have not, but I've used their bathroom at a yard sale.
Have you ever been at a yard sale, went to the bathroom, and then just told them?
Hey, you know that pee in that toilet? That's mine.
No, I'm out in the yard, dude. I'm not getting in their house, bro.
Kayla, don't be polite. You got
on the way to the reseller rally, I did go in somebody's bathroom who just offered it, and it was. Well, I went in there and they literally had cameras all lining the wall of their entire property. I was like, I'm so scared right now. Get me out of here. I was with somebody else, but that's not something I would do. But yeah, I will never do it again. Never.
See, if it's a real picker, they would just have like some storage, like stuff that's on eBay in the bathroom. That's if they're a real picker. That's what would be happening.
Kevin, you said you picked out the best comment?
Oh, well, I got interrupted 4 times.
What's the comment? That's fine. It's more fun that way.
Well, I have like a few of them.
Okay.
So I just let you pick. He's already searching. See all the clicking and stuff he's doing? All right.
I found a good one.
Alex Nye. Commonwealth Picker is the Michael Jordan of YouTube resellers. I thought that was a good one. What do you think?
Yeah, retired, super old. I get you. Yeah, was good once, used to be great. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. All right. This
certainly not the LeBron that Kerry is, but whatever.
That's true. Somebody said, let's see, Zachary said this is the best podcast on all of YouTube.
That's true.
That's true. It's certified.
Now, it's not the best in podcast networks. Not very many, Kayla. Not very many.
How many
Is this the only one?
What?
No,
you've been on like...
Shh. Yes, there's only one. There's only one, guys. There's only one.
I mean, for this to be number one, there cannot be that many.
Well,
hey, if you've already listened to this week's episode, go back and listen again because there's nothing else. Kayla just confirmed it.
No, I'm gonna spill the beans. There are, I don't know. I don't want to leave anybody out.
There's the triple threat one, which is like about being actors and dancing and stuff.
At least 4 that I know of. And Kayla was on one 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you're going to tell Kayla the podcast, and she ran away from the screen. So
I'm sorry, I left the bathroom.
Hey, were those ripped jeans? I thought
there's actually
ripped sweatpants.
Well, they're paint-stained sweatpants.
Mm-hmm. Very unprofessional, Kayla. We're all in suits.
I gotta tell you,
Kentucky Opossum.
Do you have a I'm trying to get a T-shirt sponsor and still can't get one, but probably because of these guys. I kind of miss the old scene, Kayla. I miss the plants coming down from the old house and whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of her sticker collection. A lot of awful resellers on there. Kevin the Commonwealth Picker, Paul the Philly Flipper. Hey, John's pretty good, the Cincinnati Picker. But definitely missing 2 of the most important resellers on YouTube.
I mean, you can feel free to send me a sticker. They all did.
Hey, you can feel free to buy something from me and you'll get one, buddy.
I saw Kayla.
I didn't buy anything.
I got 32 items listed on eBay. Buy any of those and I'll give you a sticker.
That's why you're not on the wall. I didn't say like that, Dave.
Matt saw Kayla when she was, not very big. The channel wasn't very big.
A lesser YouTuber, as you would say.
I brought my dresser or my desk.
Oh, look at that.
Part-time Picker, OBX.
Those are my original stickers.
What's the one in between Kevin and part-time?
That's Tesla Picker's sock company. You can have regular
cool.
socks or regular ones.
I have that one. You wouldn't
one.
know that, Dave, if you watched my channel because that's one of my drawers.
I stopped watching your channel.
Yeah, got to make it watchable, Kevin. You got to make it watchable.
You got to actually make it entertaining if you want me to watch it.
I like to hear my name 2 to 3 times an episode. Zone out.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why you're not shouting out my channel more often.
I have a test. I put people's channel. If you ever watch, apparently you don't watch my show. Kayla comments every once in a while.
No. I just report you every time you post a new video.
I put somebody on the TV different every single week.
Nudity.
And it's a test to see if they're actually watching the channel. See,
really?
And so I know who watches it or not. So if I've got,
well, not really, because people share and they're like, "Oh, you're on the screen."
That's true. That's true.
Is that all the comments? Is that all the comments of the week?
No, there's one more here.
Let's hear the other one.
This one is, let's see. Just a small town family said, "Why does Kevin hate Harry Tornado? Is he bitter because he's not growing as fast as Josh?"
That's a good question. What's
That is
going on with
really-
that,
I've
Kevin?
wondered
You're
that.
constantly
I've asked.
telling us how bitter you are and how much you hate him. So let's
Yes.
hear what the deal is.
I would
I'm
love to
bitter. I'm bitter. It's like, look,
Where
I'll
is
be
this coming
fine
from?
as
Is
long
this
as
from
like
your-
as long as like Profit Monsters doesn't get bigger than me. We're good to go. We're good. And he's the only one of the 3 who commented in the video.
And you're like well below Harry Tornado too, and he's
Yeah.
growing so fast.
You're
kinda
like the
stagnated.
thing he finds at the bottom of his shoe when he's walking into the flea market.
Y'all are
That's
crazy.
you,
Like,
Kevin.
So
exactly. Hey, look at that
change
lesser
quick.
YouTuber over there. That's probably what he's
I
thinking.
tell
He wouldn't
Kayla
think
all
that,
the
but-
time. Is
Yeah.
Kayla will 5 years from now she'll be looking down at us, and that's why you got to treat her nice now. If she just
I treat people nice just because I
post.
like them, Kevin, not
it's
for
called
my
since-
own benefit.
It's called sincerity, Kevin. You
Who
were
do
a
you treat
teacher.
nice?
And you would think he would stop saying it, but he doesn't. He just keeps nailing it in. Like,
Yeah, he's like, I'm using you, I'm using you, I'm using you.
You're bigger than me, so I'm going to be nice to you. He told me
That's
that
the truth.
20 times.
I told her twice today, actually. It's a
Kayla, I
compliment.
think you will
It's a
always
compliment.
be at least 2 inches shorter than me, and I'm still going to be your friend.
There we go.
I don't tell that to Dave, Kayla, because I know
He doesn't think I'm gonna be bigger.
I would be surprised.
Yeah.
I am.
You
I
wouldn't
am
surprise
getting.
me.
I am getting a little tired of every time Kevin's, trying to fill up his Volkswagen Beetle or whatever he has. He always sends me his Venmo link, like I'm supposed to chip in. It's like, dude, it's like just put it on your YouTube channel. They'll do it.
Buy me a Beetle.
I made that up, guys.
Yeah,
It's obvious.
it was hard
It
to
wasn't-
track too. Like,
with
what's he
gas
filling the
prices.
Beetle with?
With
Yeah,
gas
I don't know.
prices
Oh, was it
the
for
way
gas?
they are.
Yeah, what do you think he's filling the Beetle with?
I don't know. I thought you
I
meant
have
filling with
a-
picked items. I was totally confused.
I have a
that's
gas app that I can get 15 cents off if I get a couple. I'll send it all to you, to all 3 of you before we're done here with the show.
Kevin, Mel and HD72 left a comment, and they said, Tuck's medicated wipes are
God.
best used when kept in the fridge and applied cold.
Yeah.
Which I think this is the kind of information we need. This is useful. This is
true.
reselling knowledge.
You also
It
have
will
to
help you have a soothing feeling.
You have to eat them before they expire.
I don't know if you eat them, there, buddy.
That's what I've been doing for
Kayla,
years. So.
are you supposed to eat medicated wipes?
That would be a hard pass.
Hard pass, hard pass. Kayla, what's your sale of the week?
I have to go talk to a doctor.
I think it was that bat.
What's your hustle of the month?
Jesus, wrap it. I
What's
don't
your
even know
flip
what
of the
that
day? Kevin, help me.
Putting-
I got nothing else.
Your Sunday flip. What is it?
You didn't finish.
What's your Q4 watch out item?
Guys,
For my channel, this is why I have not came on the show yet. A, B, and
it's almost
C.
Q2, guys, and we know what that means. We know exactly what that means.
Second Q.
Hey,
That means we got to start prepping for Q3.
Which
It does.
after that is Q4.
Q4
All
is
right.
almost here,
Your
folks.
sales will moderately increase.
Get your boxes quick.
I'm ordering them now. Box number 7.
Hey, I got a whole nother. Remember? Do you remember? Well, watch my show. I ordered
No.
box number 7.
Never heard of
for
it.
3 months. Never
Where did
got
your
any
show
of
air? Nickelodeon?
it.
What MTV?
Take your
What is?
pick.
Where would I find it?
Jeez. I've got 4 different deliveries of number 7 boxes in the last week, so I'm pretty
wow.
happy about that.
That's compelling podcast content. Thank you.
Kayla, you want to start a podcast?
If I do none of these, I just invite.
And there's people fighting. Do you know there's people? I got angry emails. There's a message on here too.
Tim wants on here. I
Oh,
want to
there's not
say
just
he would be.
Tim.
Yeah.
There's people begging to be on this show. Kayla's like,
What is wrong with you
talking about?
guys?
Why am I
Yeah, and we had to drag Kayla on.
Yeah,
doesn't
this is
know.
Well,
You know what?
I know you two. I only go live if I know people. I made the mistake once of going live with people that I didn't know, and it was
Ooh,
so
tell us
awkward.
about that, Kayla.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
No,
Let's
no.
dig into that. Let's do a deep dive. Deep dive.
And
Who is this person that you hate so much? And why do you hate them? Let's try love
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
a new
This
way
guy
of
is
life.
a troublemaker. Oh my god.
Dave.
David.
David Owen is actually the middle name.
Actually,
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
think my live was almost as embarrassing as
David.
yours on the same show, Dave. So
Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Karen. David Karen.
David Karen. Hey, Kevin is the new
Kevin.
Kayla, what's your
Kevin's
middle
being
name?
a Kevin again.
my
Kayla,
middle
do you have
name-
a middle name?
Yeah.
Will you share it?
Lee.
Lee. That's my mother's maiden name.
A Lee. And Carrie, what's yours?
Name. I think it's the most popular middle name there is. Lee.
Lee? Okay.
Kayla Lee. Kayla Lee Picker. I like it. Yeah, it sounds good. Kayla Lee Picker.
Homeschooling Picker.
And Carrie, what's your middle name?
Bartholomew.
I don't care. Okay, so when I went to IKEA, they had those blue bags.
How do we get on middle names? Where did
We're not.
It's. I was trying to get off the previous topic, Kayla.
This is why I said no, guys.
I don't really understand why she said no. It seems like it's going well.
If I share this out, I just want my people to know it was peer pressure. It was peer pressure. Okay, I'm sorry,
people.
Guys.
My people are your people.
What you're saying, Kayla, is that you should give in to peer pressure? Is that what you're saying?
Apparently,
Nancy Sinatra or Reagan, whatever her name was, she said
Kerrigan.
Just say no. Kerrigan, yes, Kerrigan it was. Yes.
Drew. Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew.
Okay, important reselling topic, Kevin. Hold on. I got to interrupt you. This is more important. It's more important. When I went to IKEA, the IKEA bags are only 99 cents. Why am I paying $4 on Amazon?
Did you not know that?
I didn't know that. I've been getting ripped off. Okay, what's your thing?
So I paid $4 on Amazon too.
They're 99 cents, Kayla.
I don't even have
$1.
I just hold stuff in my hands. Like
freaking resellers. I hate resellers. They're ripping us off. I'm so mad. All right, Kevin, what was your thing?
It's good for a screen grab right there.
Somebody help me.
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Like
I'm going to mute myself.
Yeah, guys. Reselling's tough.
My cactus ran for this. Oh, it's dead.
Whew.
All right, so Karen video. All right,
let's talk.
So I took Dave's advice, Kayla, and I did a Karen video, and I felt bad about it when I did it because I know there's people out there named Karen. But what put me over the top was that apparently I'm the male version of Karen. So I'm like, well, I can take a joke, so they can take a joke. I did get a few nasty comments from people named Karen. But most people were great.
For them.
Of course it would be Karen's, though. Like,
yeah,
really,
that makes sense.
People take offense to that.
It's funny. What's funny, Dave, and I didn't know it at the time, is the lady who they were wearing name badges at the thing, right? Well, the one lady I'm talking to up close, and you can see her badge or her little sticker, she's named Karen.
Perfect. That's perfect.
She's literally being a Karen. When the Karens complained on your content, did you respond, stop being a Karen?
I think I would have.
No.
Or stop being you?
Kayla would have, and I have learned that from her. But here's
Karen.
The kicker. So you can look up who your viewers, most people, you can look up if somebody came from, what do they call it, Next Video? I think that's what it's called. Are y'all hearing me? It's too quiet. It's never quiet in this.
Wait, what's going on?
I wanted to know what you were saying.
You can click.
It's actually making sense for a moment, so you have that.
So you could click on. Kayla knows what I'm talking about. So you could click. You're getting viewers coming over from this video to your video for the next up video, right? Well, Kayla was number 2, so you're normally number 3 for me. So your audience wants to see that. Karens. They want to see that. They want to see that bad content. I'm not going to mention anybody. I don't. Why? They didn't pay me because they didn't pay $20.
Is it Thrift Mine or Matt?
Neither.
It's neither. Is it?
Mine's Logan Paul.
It's not me. Logan Paul.
It's not
Kevin.
You were on
Kevin,
the list.
How is it doing though? Is the Karen video like a 1 out of 10?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. It's going to be. I think. I don't know, Kayla. You had that 100,000 video, so. Yeah, obviously it starts off better than most or better than all, but at some point it ticks up again. Do you have any idea? Do you remember looking at maybe when that video ticked up for you?
I think it actually took off a month in, and then
a month in. 20. Yeah. It's usually 25 to 27 days in.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds weird, but yeah.
Well, and see, sometimes they'll have multiple delayed launches. I have a few. My Karen one has done. This and then this and then this, and it just keeps doing these zooms up every couple of months. So
Shad Juice told me, Michael over there, and I think, well, Kayla, you've met him. He told me one time he had a video a year after. It was 50 minutes or something ridiculous, and it was a year after it posted, and it just went through the roof. A year later.
Wow.
I've never seen anything like that.
What does it mean if my most popular NC Flipper videos are the ones where I don't do any reselling? What does that mean?
I thought they were all that way.
People don't watch you for your reselling skills?
Oh, there you go. Maybe they just know I have no reselling skills. They're just like, we're going to watch this train wreck because he's a train wreck.
I think that's actually important.
Yeah.
Be entertaining and they'll watch either way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
all about
true.
that personality.
That's true.
I'll give Kayla some props. She is she will always be a reseller. Always. And some people, you know, they kind of, you know, it's just whatever.
Would you say that, though, if she wasn't going to be bigger than you one day?
That's a good question.
That is a good point.
Because I would compliment her regardless. I mean, that's just me as a person.
Look, how many women, or I'm serious, this is why I say it, and I do joke with her all the time to remember me, and you should remember. But how many women are in the, because you could do Goodwill videos, you could have been doing them for months and months and months on end, and some of those hit, and I think you could grow your channel just that way. But I think you really like the garage sales. Mm-hmm. And there's Tanya Thrifty Treasures, and then there's some females who go, you know, but I just don't see any. I don't know. Am I missing anybody?
Lady Arbitrage.
No, but we're only counting.
Follow Lady Arbitrage.
But that's mostly thrift store stuff. I mean,
she does a lot of garage sales when we're in the season.
When it's in the season, right? Yeah. But the majority of Kayla's videos are garage sale videos.
And I would still be doing garage sales if I didn't have crappy GoPro angles and all that. Like, I made the mistake of like saving up footage. And so by the time I've watched and realized all the mistakes I've made, I've had like months and months of footage saved up of me doing things wrong or having the wrong angle or whatever.
No. Your mistake, no. Your mistake is being overly analytical, Kayla. Just publish that
It's
stuff.
true. Dave
publish
it.
Dave proves.
Just publish it.
Don't think about what you're doing.
Publish it and title, I suck at filmmaking, and then you'll get your biggest video ever. And just like have it be a horrible angle the whole time. Yeah. You're fine.
Now, your 100,000 video was, I'm trying to remember. I can remember the thumbnail. Was it a private pic? No, it wasn't.
No, it was an estate sale, and when we got there, it actually turned out to be condemned, and they had like a condemned paper on the door.
Wow!
Yay!
And you did a hoarder house video that did
that's
well.
What that was.
My hoarder videos were okay.
It was the same one. It was a condemned hoarder house.
I've never done a hoarder house video.
You have another 100,000 view video. Your video with me is almost at 200,000. And Kayla's like the star of it. She's in the thumbnail. It says she was mad, but she didn't get mad, and I'm a liar, and I'm a jerk, and I had a clickbait title, but it got 200,000 views, and it was Kayla's fault.
Yeah. I'll take my cut, please.
Yep, I'm sending you the $30 an ad.
Because Dave didn't know how to make money on YouTube.
I did not. Kevin recently taught me about how to do mid-roll ads, which I didn't know how to do.
How did you need to be taught about that? It's literally a box you tick. I just want to know how somebody misses that.
You got to go into
here's what happens.
Though.
No. The problem is, like, the couple times I did look at it, YouTube had put in mid-roll ads for me. And then apparently, like, 80% of the time, they just don't do that. And so I just thought it was always automatic, and it was not. So, I don't know. I'm an idiot, Kayla. That's how I know.
Breaking news.
Well, you guys just got to come on over to TikTok where you can make, 30, 90, maybe $30 per million views-ish. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. It's
not
actually,
that much.
No, I don't remember how much it is. I think it's more, but.
Kayla, do you even have a TikTok? Have you ever watched a TikTok?
I've watched a few of your all's.
Oh.
And Paul's. I think I actually got a TikTok maybe to watch yours, Kevin.
Paul quit.
You guys made me get one. I don't
Paul did quit. He's a quitter.
Paul did it, and it was going, and he quit, and the Instagram's he quit too. I don't get it.
These were pretty good.
They were.
Some of Dave's, I'm like, why is he really doing that on a TikTok?
It's like, why is he talking to us? You got to do point of view.
Speaking of Paul, I wanted to mention this. Can you be serious for a minute, Dave? Can you just mute yourself?
I'm ready.
All right. So I wanted to mention a couple things real quick. So, and this
is not
shameless.
For sale,
it's not shameless promotion of my hat on ComeUpPicker.com. It's not shameless whatsoever.
They'll be sold out by the time this comes up anyway.
These two, right? This is Matt's. What in the world? This is Matt, the part-time picker's hat, and this is mine. And then one of these guys right here. And so this is kind of kicking off Paul's little fundraiser for the Ukraine. he's got a family member over there that is literally transporting people to the border. And he is going to be doing that this coming week. So I just want to mention that. And I don't remember. It's on it. He's got it maybe phillyflipper.bigcartel.com. But if it's not, just go over to his channel. He's probably going to talk about it on his live channel.
I think he said he was going to mention it on Tuesday. So it might be out before the video.
On his regular video, on his regular channel too.
And
he actually has a clip from the lady that's over there that's going to be in the video kind of explaining it.
Those two right there, 100% of that is going to him, and then we're going to maybe do another couple things as well. So, anyway, there you go. Now you can go back to being your awful self. Both.
Did you see the that we found in the thrift store yesterday? Dawn found a Inaman. No, it was not staged.
Staged, just like the Space
we don't.
Jam
So you're
t-shirt.
saying no? That's not staged.
One of the 3 people on your podcast finds an Inaman. That's the truth.
I'm just saying. It wasn't me. It was Dawn. Technically, I wasn't actually even thrifting that moment. I was working on other stuff. But Dawn was thrifting.
In the land.
Whoa! Carrie just said he was working on other stuff. What were you working on, Carrie? Because I think Dawn told us what you were working on.
I was sleeping.
Oh, you're working on catching some Z's.
Because I was up late.
Carrie, sleeping is not working.
That's a good profit margin on that $3 Inaman.
Yeah, she should sell it. Sell it on YouTube or on eBay. I'm sorry, and actually do an auction, and then like donate all the money to Kevin's shed.
So put my name in the auction. Actually,
Kevin, Commonwealth picker.
Put my name in the auction. You'll do that. Be good. Be good.
And you'll have to time it right. Yeah, so you don't do it at the same time Kevin does one.
I can't believe it. I mean, seriously, I've never found one in the thrift store here ever.
I can't believe
found
she
them
found
at yard sales and whatever. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild, man.
And did you see the guy who I posted? He's actually here in my hometown, Resell to Rome. Is that right? I think that's right.
That guy's cool.
That was awesome. I love that post.
He found, Kayla, you probably don't care or know it. He found a Bull Durham VHS, a Mighty Ducks VHS, and Dave, I don't even remember your stupid movie you like.
Blank check, baby.
Blank check. There you go. All at the same thrift store.
3 of the greatest movies of all time.
Seriously.
Kayla, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I have no idea.
Oh, come
Is it The Matrix or The Matrix?
Matrix Revolutions?
Matrix Revolutions, or just standard Matrix? Revisited, I believe. Oh, how about the Animatrix? Did you see that one?
Oh. What about the video games? Enter the Matrix. That's a good one.
And then the Path of Neo.
Path of Neo.
Yeah.
Or maybe another Keanu
Can we
Reeves
talk
movie,
about nipple
Speed
piercings
1,
for a
Speed
quick
2?
second, Carrie? Now that Kevin's off the screen. So we go, my dad, he's like, hey, Dave, I want you to come to this barbecue with me today. It's out in kind of the Hicks, right? Yeah. Like a 30-minute drive. And it's like a group of guys he hangs out with that are like, what are they called? AA? Alcoholics Anonymous. Like, they don't drink anymore, right? Yeah. So my dad's like been clean for like 15 years, but he still goes to AA for the support and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so these are his AA buddies, and it's bike week in Daytona. And so they're having like a party, like a bike week party, and we go down, my dad invites me to this party, and we go down, and it's like the most epic, like super hardcore biker party ever with no alcohol. Right? And it was really interesting because I brought my kids, and these guys they all got kind of like that leathery face, like been smoking their whole lives, these big white beards. And
did you get your first hat?
I got my first.
Your kids all look like that?
No. These people at the convent, this party, right? And my dad's like, I want you to introduce you to the guy who's running it. And he takes her to the guy who's running it. And the dude's wearing American flag overalls. Like, man, he's like a big, chunky guy with American flag overalls. His nipples are hanging out, and they're both pierced. And I was thinking, that American flag overall is probably worth good money on eBay.
It's true.
That's like the first thing I thought was, bet that's worth like $100. Like,
you didn't even have to
overalls.
You didn't even have to mention the piercings. I already had that. That vision.
It was already in. You're like, I knew that was there.
Obviously.
But yeah, my kids were really weirded out. They were like, Dad, where are we?
Kayla, did you meet Dave's oldest boy?
No.
Elijah?
He is an interesting kid. You know,
he's more mature than me.
Yes.
It's his mom. It's his mom, yeah. No, he always he thinks I'm immature. Well, he
another
knows
homeschooled kid there. Another homeschooled kid.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. And Carrie's kids, if he knew where they were homeschooled.
They're
too.
all over.
I wish him well. That's a joke. It's a joke.
Okay, but the reason I brought up the whole overall thing is on my way I actually did find a decent Sunday afternoon yard sale just out of the blue, and I went in there and I bought a box of PS2 games and controllers for $20.
Sunday yard sales. Me and Kayla we live in the Bible Belt. They don't do things like that around.
Yeah.
Well,
okay, and this is actually the biggest problem with Florida is I don't like going to Friday, Saturday sales on Saturday because it's day 2 and I feel like everything's gone. And here, every sale is Friday, Saturday because no one works. Everyone's retired. So on Friday, I'm missing the first day of every sale, which might be why I'm not finding anything because when I go, it's always day 2.
Yep, I got no doubt. Hey, Kayla,
Yes.
back to you because I'm tired of listening to Dave. It seems like he never shuts up. So, are you happy that gas price living where you live now because of gas prices because you don't have to travel?
Oh yeah, but I am worried because that was my best write-off on taxes. So driving a Prius, I get paid to drive. I mean, I get 40 miles to the gallon. That 56 cents.
Just drive around.
I know, right? I mean, I average 130 miles for one yard sale day in the past, and that's 2 or 3 days a week. So it was
That's me.
Yeah, it was a big write-off. Now it's they're going to be everywhere all around me, 2 miles away.
Yep. I could only go. I mean, I taught, so unless I didn't go to school on Fridays, I would only go on Saturdays. But it was usually about 120 to 140 miles.
I'm really excited though to be close and have a close home base because I fill that Prius up almost every single time I go out. So now I can just come dump it and keep on going if I want to.
Y'all, how bad would you want a Prius right now? My kid's got a Prius. I'm like, dude.
No, pass.
And so many people are like, oh, honey, this isn't going to fit in there. The mansplaining type thing. And I'm like, bro, I'm buying it. I know it'll fit in there. My seats fold all the way flat. I camped in that thing 3 deep.
Yep.
So, I mean.
You're right. It's not much difference between a car and it. I've had all kinds of different things, and I used to have a Malibu, and I could jam that thing in the trunk and whatever. I could get just as much stuff in that thing as I could get in whatever else I was driving.
Literally, the funniest thing I've ever fit though is Paul because the seats only go so far back. I felt so sorry for that man because his knees were like this on the dash the whole time. It was so bad, so funny. I have a crack in my radio thing now, and I'm pretty sure it's from his knee having to shove into it the whole time.
I don't actually know if you could fit a Paul if you were treating him like a yard sale find and actually putting him in horizontal into the trunk. He would.
You just got to roll the windows down. You got to roll the windows.
It's definitely a problem when you're picking with him though, because he takes up half the car.
Yeah.
Somebody also said we give that Paul guy way too much in the comments, way too much airtime. I think that was Paul who said that actually.
Yeah. No, it is. We do.
You guys are ragging on him though. So it's
that's the way we show love.
That's the way we show love. All press is good press. It's why Jackass Retro slammed me in the comments because I didn't mention, and then I just mentioned his name.
Oh, he slammed you. What did he say? I didn't see this.
He said that MD Picker got press from me, and he didn't. And he's sent me stuff in the shed for 2 years now. And I put his sticker up. I mentioned him a few times in there, Jackass Retro. And then I went to apologize. I went to his live this week and commented his trash. He didn't even acknowledge me in there. So there you go.
Maybe careful who you shout out because I've seen him say some very controversial things.
Very. Well, I mean, look at his name. I mean, there you go.
I met him because he made a video making fun of me. That's if you search homeschooling pickers.
Ooh, I want to find this.
Kayla, he made. I'm offhandedly at a sale one time. I had to go through really quick. I had to get back to Turner's game. I go to most of his baseball games unless I just absolutely can't.
Oh
and
no,
so
he's looking for it.
I had a church sale, and I went to the church sale, and I said in the video, "Hey, I got to go. I've got 10 minutes to get through this whole thing. I got to go through it quick. What did I miss?" And he made a video about what I missed. I'm like, dude, geez, killing me.
Did you go back and get it?
I told him he could, though, to be honest with you. No, I didn't go back and get it.
You should have gone back and got it.
I thought about showing a few things you guys missed at the reseller rally, but I was like, better not.
I already know what it is. I already know exactly what it is.
You're just thinking of one thing, but yeah.
Why would anyone care? Okay. I have a question, because this doesn't even compute in my brain. Like, why would anyone care or be offended if someone made a video about what they missed?
She wants to say she's a better. Hey, look.
It's a pride thing? Is it a pride thing?
She's a very good picker. Very good picker. And let me tell you, it's no accident. People, I got a message today, and you can appreciate this. Some of you is like, you should come pick where I'm at. And I say that sometimes too. Like, pickers who are good, they will find stuff everywhere. I'm sorry. I could go to a sale with somebody.
It's the truth.
And it is true. I mean, people know I've been with a bunch of pickers. Paul, Matt. You were with Matt. People, they find. We went to, I don't know how many sales together, Kayla, with like 7 of us. And all of us were finding crazy stuff. Not crazy stuff, but good stuff with 7 pickers, right? People look for different things, and we would descend on a yard sale.
You remember the reel that you were like begging that guy to take less on this fishing reel?
Yes.
I got flack for that in my video, by the way. But while that was going on, they had these Jeep covers.
For me, negotiating down for a reel?
There was actually two different instances where people were like, oh, I don't like that. Yeah. That's why I knew when I was picking with Dave that I had.
I was really sad you cut out my negotiation. I had some awesome negotiation, and she cut them out of her footage. And they were epic.
I am not a super cheapskate. Like, I understand.
Cheapskate. Oh, man, look at this. You're the one leaving the bad comments on my videos.
Dave is over here like, the lady's like $5, and he's like, oh, no, it feels like $1. I don't even
it worked.
Price in half, and he takes it down. Like, I'm back
Kayla, listen.
Tina and me are on the same level. And we both agreed that Dave can be slightly embarrassing.
They're called people pleasers. I don't struggle with that disease.
No, he does not.
Never have.
With it a little bit.
It has nothing to do with people pleasing for me, though, because I don't do it even when I don't have the camera on. It's just, we're just different strokes for different folks. Yeah. I just have personal, like, I remember going to the yard sale with this douche canoe that my mom dated, right?
And boy.
See, I would never
canoe is back.
There we go.
You won't negotiate, but you call people.
I'm going to have to bleep this.
That's PG-13 now, guys. Thank you.
Up, right? And I did not have a trick-or-treat bucket. And this was just one of those guys that he thought, whatever I say goes kind of thing. And this trick-or-treat bucket was 25 cents. And he asked them if they would take a nickel for it, and they said no. And so I got to go trick-or-treating with a Walmart sack like normal because this guy was just – so it's like it goes all the way back to my early years of that's just – it's like ingrained in me. I just can't.
Listen, there's no winning. I will negotiate down and I get yelled at. I will pay the asking price and I get yelled at. It doesn't matter. So I might as well negotiate down.
It's you. It's probably just you.
Yeah.
I don't think, and to be honest with you, I think in some senses you're right. If you pay up, like one of my best videos ever, it might be my best video ever. I paid way more than the asking price. And people sub when they see that. But they're not resellers who sub.
Yeah.
True. And so they don't always come back. So if you look at my subscribers compared to my views,
yeah,
they're right there.
That, yeah.
I just feel like there's a fine balance for that, though, because some people that pay up literally pay way too much. And I'm just thinking, for people that actually watch you for reselling value, you cannot make a living paying $30 for a pair of shoes you're selling for $50 and telling people it's a good deal. Just because you want to look like you're super nice, like I appreciate the balance. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you guys haggling all the way down. It's not my thing.
And I've learned that, to be honest with you.
They make shoes for roll-ups.
There are times where, because I was a hardcore negotiator. I would negotiate everything.
But you guys both like that. You all appreciate the art of negotiating. For me, it's just not my thing. And I appreciate that that's for you all. Mm-hmm. But also, some people have to appreciate it's not for me. And sometimes it's y'all crap for not haggling. I'm like, whatever. Different strokes for different folks.
And how you do it? If you watch Matt, Matt will pay up sometimes. Depending, it's all about who you're dealing with. If it's a sympathetic person, he pays up. And if it's not, he negotiates down. I mean,
but I've never
I
seen
shouldn't
Matt.
say it's not that simple, actually.
I've never seen Matt pay too much for something, like as a profit margin wise. I've never seen him pay an astronomical price like some people do.
Who would put that on a video?
Well, some people do, and it
Dave
works.
would.
We think, oh, they're so nice. They're not
would.
making
Look at
money
Dave.
though. They're not making money.
Dave.
This is a really good sample of the Kevin and Kayla podcast and why it wouldn't work, guys. Boring.
But see, that's the difference between me and Kayla.
Let's mix it up.
Two.
Diarrhea.
Carrie, you're moving to Utah or to Vegas, right? Are you really doing it?
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
When are you going to do it?
Months. I'm hoping
Really?
April, maybe May. Yeah,
You're going to work at Pawn Stars?
Actually, maybe.
Work at the
Maybe if they'll
Gold
hire me.
Thrift?
I want to work at Chumley's. I want to work at Chumley's
Candy Shop.
Yeah.
You kill somebody or something crazy?
This.
Oh yeah.
Did he kill
Chumley?
somebody? No.
You saw that on a
Fake
YouTube
news.
video that
Fake
came
news.
up.
Yeah.
It was
I think
fake news.
He got in trouble
but
for
it was-
drugs or something.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't even think that's true, is it? I think
don't
it's
know.
all
Crazy
fake.
happened. I remember seeing mugshots, but I don't know.
I do know.
Yeah.
I think it's just he's one of those people that people like do the fake Facebook ads and stuff saying Chumley arrested for murdering puppies. Like, but
So
he's
it's
never
like
actually
Dave's
done
clickbait. His
It's like
ridiculous clickbait.
It's like a half truth. It was like a ferret, and nobody was even paying attention. Or
But I was trying to give you the opportunity, Carrie, to tell our viewers how you got kicked out of the Vegas bins.
Yes,
Let's
I did.
hear about it. What happened?
So I had my GoPro, I was all GoPro'd out, and I was, killing it as usual, just finding garbage.
As usual.
And somebody came up to me, and this was the thing. They came up to me and they're like super nice. They're like, "You can't film here," which was BS. You can, but you can't film here because the other resellers around here.
How do you know?
This
they're
is how.
resellers?
Yeah,
Well,
he
they're
said that.
probably just poor
He said-
people who need stuff for cheap
well,
prices.
yeah. This is not your. It's not your area where you're stealing from people. This was a competitive area where professionals were working. But no. But he said the people own shops around here, and we don't want to give away where they're getting the stuff. So people went and complained because I saw them talking. Dawn was all over it. She's like, "They're talking about us over here. They're talking about us over here." I'm like, everyone.
Carrie's like under the bins. Ah!
Kayla, if you don't know this about Carrie, he's not confrontational. He doesn't like negotiating as much either.
I was super I was like, "Oh yeah, of course. Where are you from?" Vegas. That makes sense.
And
We're
did they
in
make
Vegas.
you leave or just turn off the camera?
I have my zip up, so I just put it under my zip up. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then
See, that's the stuff that makes her nervous when hearing stories like that. So,
that made me a little uncomfortable. I was worried about should I even post it, but I just cut that part out. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but yeah.
So now
I was
you're a liar
surprised.
and a thief. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fair. I'm gonna make some merch.
Listen, in my last video, my kid was helping me carry the packages out, and people were literally saying stuff about, well, not people. One person said something about forced child labor. Like, these people, surely I was wondering.
Kevin is only doing that,
Yeah. They're saying that about Kevin. It's just the truth about Kevin. Well, that's
Yeah,
the
this
thing.
was literally she was putting out the thing of packages, and people are mad. They're like, "Your poor mail lady." I'm like, "Bro, it's their job. What do you mean?"
I'm so sorry they had to deal with mail today.
Yeah, I've been dealing with that like crazy.
About all those sales.
Yeah.
She's freaking peachy. I had the best mail lady ever.
Oh, I tell you, it's been rough for me lately.
I know my last post office. You don't even want to look at those people. They were just unhappy.
Yeah. Post offices. Yeah.
Going postal.
Yeah, dude. Like packages and stuff.
You know what? We haven't mentioned our actual sponsor, y'all.
Can't handle reselling. He literally can't hang. He's like dying over there on the side.
I was looking at Carrie's videos to see how his Whatnot video is doing. It's doing pretty good.
It's like number
4 from your reselling videos. It's like number 5 maybe.
So
yeah, it's doing really good.
Wow.
You guys were right.
Somebody has to pay the bills around here. I was waiting for Kayla's bathroom break so that we could have an on-air business meeting, but I guess it's not going to happen. So
is that you telling me to leave?
No, it's not. I'm going to just mention American Bubble Boy.
I love American Bubble Boy, guys.
So we haven't mentioned American Bubble Boy, and we don't have the other sponsor because of the diarrhea talk from last time. So we have one lined up for next week.
Hashtag
I don't know if they listen to this one with Kayla's foul language, maybe we won't have next week's
vulgar
either. But American Bubble Boy is hanging with this episode, hanging with this pot for whatever reason. So y'all use the link below.
Yes.
And go buy some bubble, and then go to Instagram and tell him thank you for sponsoring this, because if he wasn't, I wouldn't be on the show.
Listen, Howard Stern gets plenty of ads, so you just got to find the right kind of sponsors, Kevin.
Yeah. Sherry's Berries. I could do whatever we need, guys. Manscaped or something. We'll figure it out.
So I think an important reselling topic, too, is Carrie is going to get rid of his retail space, Kevin.
Yeah,
he's moving on from a retail space.
Yeah. I think
Are you still doing the antique booths?
Me?
Kevin.
Me?
Yeah, Kevin.
So I still have 2. Kayla, you did a spot, but you don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I used to have 3, but they weren't antique booths. They were just everything goes kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and mine are 2. I mean, I had 3. I now have 2. I probably will go down to 1.
And do you sell merch in it?
Here's the thing. Since I have a pretty big experience. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just curious. Can you put your merch in there?
I really do live out. Do you see my cat back here? I do live out in the middle of nowhere at all. I mean, I do live in the middle of nowhere.
But people would drive there. People would drive there. Dude, I went down to, I was in Nashville, and I went out of my way to go to the American Picker store.
Oh, Kevin, it's not
back in like 2014.
Important.
Did you say you did it too, Kayla?
Yeah, did you see the cowhide cooler when you went?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I see that.
See, and that's what I'm saying. So if they're in Virginia, if they're in Lynchburg, they'd go to your antique booth to get a shirt.
When we have our own show, on one of these big networks someday soon, we will we'll have to have a store together, and then we can sell merch in the store.
But let's talk about that, okay? Because I want to talk about this. There's a couple I watched on YouTube. I think it's called That Flipping Family or The Family Flips or something like that.
Yeah,
they did
like on
Amazon
A&E.
Pallets. And they were on A&E, and their channel, like, kind of got hurt by it, from what I could tell. Like, they got an influx of subs that weren't viewers, and since then, their channel is kind of getting less and less views. So, you say, Kevin, that, like, okay, if we were on a TV show, let's pretend that, Comedy Central approached us and wanted us to do a picking TV show tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Okay.
That'd actually be funny.
No, well, Key and Peele would be with us on it. They'd be kind of co-hosts, and it'd be fine. We'd have maybe Stephen Colbert, and I don't know who else is on Comedy Central. Those guys, Jon Stewart.
Yeah, he's still around.
And we get a bunch of subs because we're shown to millions of people, and then they never watch our content, and then our channels die. Do you really think it would be good for us to be on the show?
I think it would have to be high profile, and this is serious here. I think. For somebody like Kayla who's making $70,000-$80,000 a month on YouTube, I think you really have to kind of make that decision. If you're going to give up that money, how much? What's in the contract, right? Are you going to pay me enough so I can retire in 5 years?
Got to get them residuals, Kayla.
Yeah,
got to get them residuals.
In other words, it's got to be something good. It can't be. It's got to be like, I mean, maybe not American Pickers, right? But I mean, hey, that's it's got to be something like Pawn Stars, something that's going to last. And like
I think if you didn't
not
stop
unboxing pallets,
if you didn't stop doing your normal content, I think it could work. If you continued being yourself and then did a side thing on a TV show or something, I think it could work.
So I have this other theory. Okay, there's this alternate theory in my brain, like. Maybe the reason their channel went down wasn't because of the A&E show. Yeah, it was because unboxing pallets, once you've watched like 10 of those videos, you've watched every one of those videos because it's always the same.
Guess what?
Throw pillow.
The curling iron doesn't work.
Throw pillow, exactly lampshade, curtain.
I think you're right.
Sheet. Right? Like, okay, I'm done.
So what works with American Pickers is it's always new people. It's different. It's the same person, but it's new people. It's what works with the garage sale content.
What we're doing,
You find, and I love this. When I went to Tennessee, y'all, those people in those videos at the 127 were gold for videos. I mean, they were gold. I mean, they were hilarious. And the same thing here.
With the parrot? The guy with the parrot? Like, completely covered in filth from head to toe. Like, oh, man.
Yeah.
But I think that works. So, Dave, you're basically your channel down there with with bad yard sales and you know, a different crowd, you might as well just start doing NC Builder again.
Because there's a lot of my mom in there, and my mom is a character worth watching. I'm getting so many comments about my mom. I
started watching again because your mom's in there.
Dude, people love my mom. They think she's hilarious. So
that was what worked about the Karen video day. My mom is a sympathetic figure.
I felt so bad for your mom. Yeah. Like, I wanted to go punch that lady in the face. I was so mad at them.
I feel bad for her too, but it's because she's married to my dad, not because.
Yeah, I've been married to him too. I don't know where that joke came from.
And my mom. What? My mom is young. This is
backstory.
My internet's coming out.
I'm Kevin's dad.
Gosh, dude, what are you, like $1.20, $1.25?
Dave thought that my grandmother was my mother in the last episode. So now you've seen my mother.
Yeah,
my mom
she's
is
much less old than I thought.
They were married, had 2 kids by the time she was 20. And they were done. So she's only, you know, 20 years older than me.
I thought she was a 100-year-old woman that was on in your cabin making fun of Josh.
That's what I replied to that thing. Why does Kevin hate Josh Harrington? And I said, I don't hate Josh. My grandma does. I think is what I did.
Oh man.
Well, her grandma hates Josh because she was watching him, and she's like, "This isn't Kevin."
She thought that everybody on YouTube was copying me.
Alexa, fix Kevin. He looks weird.
Bring my boy back.
Y'all are terrible. I don't think I sent her. I don't think I sent her a new one. I better get on the ball.
That's pretty bad, man.
Yeah, she
pretty bad.
Does need an enema.
So,
okay.
I need to go. I'll be back in a minute.
Don't leave me, Kevin. No.
Hey, what's this resignation letter I just got from Kevin on my Instagram? The moment you made fun of my grandmother.
That was a little bit too spicy for the podcast, man.
No such thing.
He was worried about me saying crap.
Like, Kayla, what is it, in your opinion, who is the worst reseller on this show, and why is it Carrie?
It's probably true. No, you're the worst reseller, Dan.
Well, from personal experience, I only know between you and Kevin, it would definitely be you. Sorry.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, Kevin's much better than me, but I'm more fun. So, there. He's gone. We can say, shh. No,
when I heard that you had 2 sales today, I'm like, I wonder how he's going to turn this into 3 negatives, but I bet he will.
I'll find a way. I keep getting messages on my eBay too. Like, all my viewers keep messaging me and saying, "Hey, change your location," because all my eBay items are still showing North Carolina, but I go and I edit them and they still show North Carolina. So I don't know. I guess it's just permanent.
It's terrible trying to get anything updated on eBay.
Yeah.
Anything.
And then when I go to ship them, it says Florida. So I don't.
Just let them think it's coming from North Carolina. It's a lie, but you know, they'll deal with it.
I guess it doesn't really matter. Yo, actually, you know what, Kayla, you'll appreciate this. We were driving to that thing out in like the Hicks today, and we drove by a literal cabbage farm. And my daughter asked me, she's like, "Dad, what's that?" I said, "It's a cabbage farm." And she's like, "Is that where Cabbage Patch Kids live?" She's like, "Are there actual Cabbage Patch Kids in there?" I was like, "No, dear, they're not real." All right, Kevin, you're back.
I'm back.
Hey!
Reselling.
We were talking about Cabbage Patch Kids.
Some shoes this week. Carrie, what'd you sell?
Well, what did I sell? I sold a bunch of sports cards. That's what I've been focusing on lately. Lots of sports cards. I just sold one for $30 today.
On whatnot, Dave, and you sold one thing
on eBay too.
2 items. Well. A pair of Crocs and a toy.
And a toy.
For a grand total of $28.
So I don't know if y'all got this, but Kayla's going to tell us because she's got us just crushed in sales, I'm sure. I sold that skunk. I don't know if you ever saw that skunk that I had, that Russian rubber face skunk for $300. Stinky Winky.
Wow.
I named my garage sales after certain things, and I keep track of them, but that was the Stinky Winky sale. That's really what it's called, by the way. Just thought I'd tell you that. All right, Kayla's got like 5 or 6 bolos, so come on. What do you got?
No, but we had a bucket of stuff sitting there that was Death Pile stuff that he's been listing. And he sold, like John listed a bunch of it last night. Sold 2 different Guitar Hero guitars that's literally been in our Death Pile for 6 months, and they both sold. Bunch of Little People stuff, Polly Pocket.
Little People stuff. Ooh, Polly Pocket. Sold some of those last.
10 cents. No, listen. My first
10
ever
cents.
high bid
Why
auction.
didn't you pay more? Why didn't you pay more?
Listen, it was a high bid auction, right? It was the first one I ever went to. the worst part was, though, it was the 4th round, and these people are millionaires, right? And they have a box of toys, and it sold for $4, but it was one of those ones where you can walk through and see it. And I immediately see all these Polly Pockets, and the whole bottom of the box is full of the actual characters, and the whole thing sold for $4. I probably made $600 off that box.
See what I mean? Wow. And so you're with people that go to auctions all the time. I'm telling you, it's not as easy as people think. It takes time to learn the stuff.
I'll give you a semi-obscure toy boatload to look out for. And I find it usually in the summers at garage sales. You guys, some of you might remember these. Biker mice from Mars.
Oh, yeah. I've sold them before. I've had sold two in the package.
Dude.
I don't even know what
those are. Awesome. It's basically like, Ninja Turtles were big, so they decided to do every animal that existed. So there was the biker mice from Mars, and there was the battle toads, then there was, everybody was ripping everybody off. And those are great.
My first poor attempt at clickbait that didn't work at all, and you could probably go back in the archives and find it. This is like a shameless Dave trick. And then I had a hard time doing it, but my wife said it was okay. I said, the title of the video was, I think I changed it after a while, was My Wife and My First Time. Something like that, okay? I'm serious. But it was the first time in an Airbnb, okay? First time we went sourcing and went to an antique shop, and I bought some biker mark. That's going to be a highlight. I can already tell.
It is.
Chalking that one up. That's awful.
Yeah. I hadn't thought of it, but that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
That was
and nobody watches it. To this day is one of my worst watched videos of all time. Kayla, how about your first video? How was it? Was it a good one? Was it the one you were? I can't remember. What was your first
video? Was just me standing there. You have to consider, I was too scared to wear the GoPro out for at least 6 months. So somehow people started watching me just doing haul videos.
There you go.
My first video is one of my biggest videos on YouTube, actually.
I remember it. Yeah.
The sports cards. Just talking about sports cards. I was at my in-laws' house, and I don't know what I was doing. Dawn was filming.
Mine was a Minecraft Let's Play, so there's that.
What a dork.
Yeah, got like a couple million views.
Kayla, who works harder, you or John?
Oh, equal.
Oh, that's a good. I had to get that question in there.
Can I read
I know
quick
Dave
review, Kevin?
Everything right now, like all I'm hearing is.
Got to get that quiet tape. Rolo link down in my description. Oh, wait a minute. That's all right. Go ahead.
Don't even talk. Rolo, don't say their name because they didn't respond to me. I'm actually deleting the reference to them.
Oh, they didn't respond to you?
They haven't responded to me on email or Insta, so I'm removing all references to their name. Every time you say Rolo, it creates work for me because I'm going to have to delete it.
After saying yes, they ghosted me for like 3 weeks.
Get whatever garbage thing Thrifter Sifter talks about on his show. IDX, some crappy printer thingy. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to get him to hook me up with them and their crappy printer, and I'm going to promote that thing until Rolo gets out of business. Yo!
I just have an HP inkjet, guys. It works fine. Or DeskJet, one of the jets.
Refurbished Zebra that's like 10 years old, and Rolo actually contacted me and told me to call them, give one to me, free one. Yeah. And I was like, I really don't want a phone call. This was like 6 months ago.
Did they ever give it to you?
About phone
calls. Called you?
No. They wanted me to call and talk.
Yeah, what's the deal? Why, you don't like... I'm old. I'd rather do a phone call than some email, some Zoom.
Not me. I hate phone calls.
I'll use the dial. It doesn't matter. I
have 2 Zoom thingies tomorrow, and I'm like pooping bricks over it. I don't like that stuff, man, at all. Like that's why I have no. Yeah.
There's not enough time in the day. How many? I gotta get a video out tomorrow.
Why are you calling me? Why?
You should act Kayla. Like that. She didn't answer. I did
not answer, Dave.
Okay, can I read this review, Carrie? Because it's specifically about you.
Yes.
It's about Carrie. It says, "Whoo." That's the title. WHEW. How do you pronounce that? Whoo. Woo. Woo. Like Ric Flair.
Woo.
Okay. Given a Gift is the name of the horrible person that wrote this review. Their name is Given a Gift.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be good.
I gave this show 20 minutes. The March 1st episode. It was like sitting behind 3 annoying people on a plane. They must be inside jokes I'm missing or something because every line had someone laughing so hard at it. Well, you're not part of the crew giving a gift if you don't get our jokes.
Yeah.
So get out of here.
First off, congratulations on making it to 20 minutes because our average view time's 3.5. We have an hour and a half podcast.
Is that really true?
No.
It's surprisingly long, shockingly long.
It's longer than 20 minutes.
The people that watch this show, either they're the most highly educated people, or they're just, I don't understand.
They're mega minds, Kevin.
They're working. They're actually working. They're getting stuff done, and they can't concentrate on.
And I'm proud of them.
We can talk about numbers and boring stuff till the cows come home.
They're brilliant. I read the comments. They are smart. They're smart people. And look, Kayla, you know they're smart because the ones who listen to this show went over there and they terrorized your channel.
They did.
I see a lot of good people. Like some of the fun commenters are in this chat.
Yeah.
You guys do it live. Like I don't understand why.
I love live.
I don't do live.
Podcast. Kevin doesn't do lives. I don't do lives unless it's just me and Carrie. That's it.
Because Dave doesn't do live.
I'm exclusive with Carrie.
You crashed my live. That's not that exclusive.
Shh, don't tell him. I never told him. Oh my!
You did a live. You did the worst.
Carrie, you didn't hear that
live I've ever seen, Dave. What are you talking about?
The one where I was putting on the Bucky outfit on Paul's.
No.
Listen, Dave likes to talk about himself too much. If there's a chat, he has to read the chat. And so that's why he doesn't do lives.
I think it's fun though, but yeah.
I love lives. I love lives.
Another
I did live with Carrie.
We've got to promote people leaving reviews on iTunes. So I'm going to read another one that's a great one. Now that we read that Buttheads one earlier. What do you call them, Kayla? The douche canoes comment. Now, mind you, they're allowed to have their opinion. It's fine. We do suck. But there's some other people who like us. And this person, Baxter, said
Thank you, Baxter.
Ritz Carlton of podcasts.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
The Trash to Cash podcast keeps getting better and better.
Yes.
Yes, I followed Kevin here, obviously, hashtag Team Kevin, but I'm staying for the comedic banter and occasional reseller talk as I'm a part-time eBay reseller.
Like
this episode was so good that I listened to it twice. Carrie, I love your quick wit.
True.
That's what he said.
That's true.
So wit.
He loves Carrie's quick wit. The Ritz Carlton of podcasts and then splitting the sponsor profit 3 ways. I guess they're talking about your jokes.
Yeah.
Buddy, that is comedy gold. Dave is just okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's one of the better ones.
I'll take that. All right, I'm okay.
Okay, man.
I'm actually going to get that tattooed on my chest. Okay. Just okay? Should I do just okay or just the word okay?
That's just okay because it means you barely made it.
Okay.
Barely worth a mention.
Okay, reseller.
Yeah. Yep. Keep up the great work. Keep it light. Keep it funny. Drop Dave from the show. I think it's a great review. I think it's great. The Kevin and Carrie show. And I only added a little bit to it. Most of it was
Listen, that's why I wanted Kayla on. These guys will tell you. I wanted Kayla. There's only like 4 or 5 people that I can even imagine are quick enough to keep up with you two. And Kayla's one of. I'm not even sure Tim. Yeah, Tim could do it. Tim could do it.
Tim's cool. I love Tim.
Tim is a character. He's a fun character.
We can't have.
If Tim was on the big show with us on TV, we could probably carry that show.
Here's the thing: if we had Tim
on into retirement,
if we had Tim on, Kevin, we could talk like sports for 20 minutes and just totally piss Dave off.
Yeah, but see, Kayla can control her mouth somewhat. Tim, I don't know if Tim can. I don't think he can, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Tim the Toolman Taylor?
No, over the years, he's coming down for the 100-mile yard sale. See, that's what y'all need to do. You need to come up here, you get your mileage,
over the years.
You write your taxes off.
Why am I brain farting that his name is Tim? That's so weird. I was just talking to him and about him last week. Yeah, and I've forgotten his first name.
Please talk about dinosaurs. That's all.
No, we can't bring him on because his highlight did horrible. That's how we test people. He's out. He's out. Sorry,
it could have
had. Highlight was
people are not interested in Bananas realities.
Yeah, seriously.
The other highlight.
You guys cannot pay attention to the truth, but bananas aren't real, and I'm not backing down. I'm going to die on that ledge alone, probably, but I will.
Carrie said he didn't get to finish that, Kevin, because you cut him off. So I think, Carrie, this is your moment.
It's true, I did. So I'm going to cut you off again. You got to cut people off. Listen, I get yelled at all the time. I have my wife down there.
Rude.
Two of the top 5 videos we've ever done on the Flipper channel have her in the thumbnail and her in the video, and she never is in the video. She's in maybe one out of 30, and so I should bring her back and get her in there. But I interrupt her. I interrupt the kids when we're talking. That's what we do. So I have to interrupt you, Carrie, and now I have no idea what I'm talking about. So you can go.
I know. The huge.
Interrupting is acceptable.
I do have one more reselling topic, so you tell me when I can get it in. I'll just sit here and wait.
I've just never seen a banana in real life outside of a grocery store, except for when they're on the trees growing. So prove it. Prove it they're real. They're fake.
Hashtag prove it.
Listen,
it.
Start a movement.
Dinosaurs, reptiles don't stop growing. See? So, and then back in the day, and I'm a history teacher, so all ancient cultures, it's not just biblical, but all ancient cultures, Mesopotamia, going into China, India, they all have stories of people living 200, 400, 600, 800 years. All of them do. And so imagine if you're a reptile and your life expectancy now has just gone up by tenfold and you never stop growing. Where's the dinosaur?
Okay, sure.
I'm trying to give Tim a little support. That's all. I just give him a little love.
So you're saying dinosaurs are lizards that are just really big?
So they're not dinosaurs.
Lately, I've been hearing that they're birds or something.
Birds aren't real. That's a whole other thing we need to get into.
Kayla, let's talk about your shout-outs. And the shout-outs that you make, are they diverse enough?
I don't give shout outs, really.
She really does it. She does it. It's true.
And I hate
she doesn't do social media. Where's she going to do a shout out? You don't do a shout out in the garage.
I actually did a shout out. I actually did a shout out today, but that's because this person shouted me out numerous times and because his Instagram is very educational. And honestly, when I first started on Instagram, Thrifty Yeti's who it is, he was one of the first Instagrams I started following, right? And his business model, he only picks stuff that sells for $50 or more. And so every Lolo that or every item that he posts is a great item.
Yeah.
And so I have absolutely no problem.
Where does he live?
I think Wisconsin.
Man, he must live in a great place to thrift.
It's incredible. The stuff that he flips. But anyways, and I saw these sales. I'm like, $10,000 a month. How does he do that? And then now here I am a year later, and I'm like, okay, Thrifty Yeti. And he was one of the people that helped me realize, like, I can really do this. But
hear that, Dave? $10,000 a month, Dave.
10,000 what?
I'm like
Stanley Nichols.
I can't.
But if Kevin did that, who's gonna buy? Where's everybody gonna buy the moldy Tupperware? Kevin's not selling it.
Without a lid. The lid is sold separately.
No lids. He's
when in doubt,
he's piecing that out like a maniac.
Hey, speaking of, you think you laugh, but it's the necessities, and I think this is where Kayla gets it too. But you guys probably won't, and Carrie certainly won't. Look, if economy goes bad, I know you're not old enough to remember bad economies like I am, massive depressions and stuff like that,
that's true.
1930s, But when things go bad, people aren't going to buy the stupid stuff, if things get really bad, but they will buy pots, they will buy pans, they will buy that stuff, they'll buy shoes, they'll buy car parts.
They'll buy N&M
plushes. They're going to buy pans. That's a necessity. If you're
exciting.
A reseller, don't laugh.
Only Pam's account is going to go up.
But seriously, y'all, I don't know if you're paying attention, but gas price, it's getting bad. You don't think that you're going to start do you remember surcharges? UPS
I got a Razor scooter,
FedEx,
dude. Electric.
They're around the corner. I'm telling you, and people are going to start, their necessities are going to, you're going to start to see them bump up on eBay. Car parts, stuff like that. Yeah. You don't agree. Yeah. Kayla, watch. She's going to sell.
I'm not disagreeing. How is that disagreeing? I said,
we'll sell a pan.
I
sell Revereware. Yeah,
I bought some La Crusette.
Items I buy and I love them.
I bought La Crusette last week.
Well, you should
fancy pans.
I don't think. I don't believe
La Crusette.
Somebody put it in the comments last week.
Croissant.
How do you say it, Kayla? How do you say it?
Dude, I probably will still say it wrong. I say something wrong in every single video, and people love to tell me.
Hey, you say it wrong on purpose, and you get more comments.
Hey, and that's the truth. Listen, and I'll say, there was a FIFA game, right? And
even Dave knows that.
Dave knows that.
I hate sports.
He doesn't even watch hockey.
When I saw the comment, though, I thought they were making fun of my country accent because they were like, they spelled it F-Y-E-F-A, and they were like, FIFA, you're hilarious.
Barney FIFA.
And I actually, look, I was a past soccer coach in my life. I played soccer, and so that's even more embarrassing that I still say it wrong. But somebody will correct me, and by the very next video, I will forget and say it wrong again. Guaranteed. But then I correct myself, and then people in the comments are like, no, you were right the first time.
I think I heard Lonnie say that one time. I know it's amazing stealing something from Lonnie that I've done, right? shed
plus shipping. Yeah,
I think he used to say that he would mispronounce something on purpose so he could get people to comment about it.
Well, I don't do it on purpose. I'm just bad at pronouncing brands.
Just bad at words.
Yeah.
Bad
words
at
is
talking.
hard.
Wording.
And
I really don't care if, it really doesn't bother me that people correct it because I make fun of myself. I enjoy laughing at myself. It makes it easier when people help you along a little bit.
And that's why you're on this show.
I like to keep things serious personally. I think this should be a little bit more business and reseller focused, honestly.
Well, I did have something slightly reselling.
Warren Buffett once said, guys, I want to tell you something Warren Buffett said.
This is going to be good.
Okay, he said, listen, guys, my thing says I'm running low on battery, but I still got 20%, so I got time.
No, we don't. It's time to go. Trust me.
I don't know what he said, guys. I forgot.
You had nothing? Okay, nothing. Well, I was going to ask you this. So I was talking to my cousin who lives down here, and he actually runs a bounce house business where he buys bounce houses.
That's the future. That is the future.
Them out. And it made me think, I'm also always getting recommended, laundromat, car wash, all these little side hustles. Do you think, if you had the money and time, what is the other side hustle you might invest in besides reselling? Do any of those appeal to you?
Who are you asking? Do we have to go around in a circle here?
Yeah, everyone go in a circle. Kayla, you're first. You're in the hot seat, Kayla.
Listen, there really is good money in the bouncy house. Those things are $400 for a day's rental. So if you buy one for $1,000, you've made your money in 2 weeks. And
they cost $2,000. He said.
I'm tired of getting.
He said he pays $2,000 for them. And he buys them for $2,000 and rents them for $300 to $400 every day, just for one day.
Then have you seen the water ones though? Those are
he rents that one out for a lot.
Yeah.
Could you make a YouTube channel? Could you put a streaming video of kids jumping in a thing?
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't take that route with it. Maybe talk about the financials, not people's children.
Yeah.
Well, here's this guy's kid.
You made it weird.
I put I don't get every edits kids out of the videos. The kids are the best part of the video. Why would you edit the kids out?
I'm just saying, it's not that engaging of content. Just kids going down a water slide. I mean, we go to YouTube to escape our kids. I like the laundromat thing and the vending machine. All that seems like they're making a lot of money for very little work. It's more like the initial investment and then the money rolls in, or is that just people are sugarcoating the level of effort? Do you think?
Yeah, man, I've done great. I started investing in January and I've lost a lot of money so far. It's been awesome. It's been really
crypto,
good.
Though. That's crypto.
I have been his
and stocks.
Yeah, bad time to do that.
Houses though is all the people do. You just have to lay it out for them, and then they plug it in when they're ready. So it's 30 minutes setting it up, tethering it to the ground.
And if there's
until the wind picks it up,
you
and
just
blows
use
it
that
away,
flex seal if there's a hole.
Oh my gosh! Did you see that though? One flew up in the air 30 feet, and
that's why the kids got to have parachutes.
So I'm going to go ahead and say the answer is no. They don't think any other side hustles are good.
I just started another YouTube channel. John Cincinnati Picker started another YouTube channel. He's just
I legit want to do that exact same thing.
Wait, what do you do?
Now, I asked if I should start another YouTube video in mine, and there's some very interesting comments, and a lot of them mentioned Kevin. Well, not a lot, but there are several.
And they were critical?
Well, some are critical, and it's half and half. It's
Listen,
half people absolutely hate people that do it, and then half the people understand and we're like,
don't watch it. Don't watch it. One is just for shorts, and two, I'm going to do two. Who wants to watch a video?
People that aren't YouTubers don't understand that the majority of the people that watch, they like the hunt, whether they're a reseller or not, and only resellers really want to watch what sold. So a lot of people just don't get that. And,
So can you guys tell me about John's second channel? I haven't heard about it.
I subscribed with Trash to Cast podcast.
For cards?
With it, I think.
Yeah, it's sports cards, which is exactly what I wanted to do.
So he's just holding up and saying sports cards, or is
no. This is what he's doing. He went and picked sports cards. I go to card shows a lot of weekends, and I go and pick and I search through and I find the valuable cards.
In between naps.
Yeah, in between naps. It's true, but dude, I'm always working. Trust me. I'm just working at 3 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. That's the only difference. But yeah, no, I would love to. It's just I don't think people would like card show content on my regular channel. So I would love to do a second channel like that.
And speaking of channels, I'm a little mad. Sorry about this, Caleb, but I'm a little upset. So when you look at the Trash to Cash podcast, there's those other channels. I have Kayla as my other channel in there. One of them, I've got 6 or 7 people, Paul and stuff. I don't think I put Dave in there because I can't recommend it, but I have him in there.
It's fair.
But so why on the Trash to Cash podcast are the first 2 Dave's channels, and then Carrie's channels, and then mine follow after that?
Because you came third.
Yeah.
But he's 4th. So he should at least be the third.
He was the last in, and he'll be the first out. Hashtag guarantee.
Definitely.
FIFO.
I've already planned the reunion tour after we break up and sue each other for the money that we're making.
As long as I could be
on that show.
As long as I could have the spinning drum set, I'm cool.
Do you know I had an angry
Motley
comment?
Crue. They're on a finale tour for like 10 years now.
I had an angry comment that YouTube held for review, and it was someone that wrote in all caps, "Most of your inventory isn't antique. Why are you such a liar?" And at no point in the video did I say my stuff was antique, right? And someone responded to the comment, and they said, "I think you misunderstood Dave. He said, I'm the NC picker, not the antique picker." And it was literally just me saying my name got this guy angry. I just thought that was pretty funny.
So, Dave, you know...
for some folks.
you know, when Kayla moved, they lost inventory, too.
I know. I bet you did, Kayla. How did that go? Tell me about that.
I am sad. I had to cancel like a really great sale of Magnolite pans because the lids are missing. And I just have the bottoms.
How much was it?
I think it was like $100, but we've had to cancel 4 or 5 orders now that have been missing.
I canceled. Well, I had to cancel 4. I got a bunch of people to agree to not make me cancel, but one of them was a $50 Thomas the Train that I just was missing the caboose.
You can just hit buyer selected to cancel, and then you don't get the ding.
Is there? But don't they catch you? Like they can look at the conversation.
You just ask.
No,
I always
it's
offer
not conversation. It's automatic. And speaking of automatic. Did you guys know that item not as described are also automatic now? Anything at all that falls under eBay's money back guarantee, it does not matter if you list it as untested and they get it and they say it does not work. It does not matter. I got escalated all the way up the chain on this last one, and they tell you it is automatically approved no matter what.
And on top of that is they tell you can review the item when you get it back, and it doesn't even matter. What you say after you review the item doesn't matter. So I'm like, what's the point? You're exactly right.
Trash. Absolute garbage. And the worst part is, like, before, if, the call was like, they would at least possibly cover the shipping. Now you're just out of luck. And so that's a pain. Like the last one, it was a big, huge speaker. And I'm so ticked off because it clearly said it doesn't come with a cord. And this guy's so bent out of shape.
So I'm hearing 2 things out of Kayla here. I'm hearing a Macari ad in her future, and I'm hearing Whatnot, Whatnot show in her future. I'm
both of those things. One and only one Whatnot. I actually just got Paul's little referral link for it today.
You get addicted to it.
Some cool stuff and be done. Just the once though. I don't have time to. It seemed fun though, but just not really so much for me.
Yeah, because she doesn't like lives. So I thought you liked lives.
Well, my thing is, I just don't have that much stuff that I would want to put to an auction.
Yeah. Well, you pick different. I think you pick different.
Yeah, I started for the auction. That's what we do now. We pick specifically for the auction.
Well, Kayla, you don't do the what do you call them? I do them every night. What sold videos? Golly, I'm losing.
That's why I was thinking about starting the other channel because it's painful when you have like really good sales and then you have nowhere to share them. So that's why I'm trying to post on Instagram. Okay.
And Matt did that for a while too. But if
Reels is where it's at. Short video.
Paul can maybe. I mean, I don't want any more competition. It's hard. I mean, it is hard to do those videos. I got to tell you. But Dave is so bad at it that it's it's whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Kevin. Those videos are starting to become popular on my channel. Finally,
look, I have videos on that
You're
channel.
Getting crazy views on yours.
50,000 on the Flipper channel,
dude. On your Flipper, you like
Headers in the thumbnail.
That's the truth.
Kevin will get like a mediocre Flipper video for Kevin is now 15,000 views, which is nuts.
Crazy.
It is
crazy.
nuts.
That's like
I still have a few that go out there at 10, 12, whatever.
I'm excited.
But if my wife would come on, she won't do it. She just doesn't. I'm like, I'll buy you whatever, and it's like, no, I'm not.
What if you hire an actress?
Oh, well,
to be your wife. There's an idea. Like stage your family. Just stage the whole thing.
just start like Roseanne used to do. They take one person out.
If you could get Heather to come on, you would really blow up.
Heather is fun. My wife is. She's funny. She's
is.
quick. She can handle. Matter of fact,
once and I freaking love her.
I will tell you this. She actually said that. She says, if you don't have a sponsor for this show, I will give each of you $50 to just shut up. That's what she said. That was what she told me to tell you.
That's very mean. That's very mean. Very
Kevin, does she actually listen to the show?
No.
Either does Tina.
No, she has to listen to the show because she has to hear me doing the show, but she only hears me
the worst
doing
part.
the show, which
is
good because she can't stand Dave's voice.
No,
Dawn always listens.
That's common. I get that in my comments all the time.
All right. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing, but this has gone on way too long.
Yeah, Kevin is very old. He's sleepy.
See if we can hit
you go to bed at like 8 o'clock. What are you talking about? When you said 9, I was like, is he sure? I'm pretty sure that's past his bedtime.
This is the latest night I stay up all week, Kayla.
Listen, I've been going to bed freakishly early too. Like this is what time is it? Oh, this is the latest I've been up all week.
I just woke up.
Yeah,
I wasn't even awake.
I will go downstairs. I will test 5 or 6 VCRs. Take a bunch of pictures. I'll go to bed at. I don't know. I don't go to bed. Me and Carrie talk till.
We do.
How many VCRs are you buying to test 5 or 6 every time we do this?
I buy VCRs all year and then I do them all at one time. That's what I do.
He just puts on the Glenn Miller band, something to remind him of his youth.
I have Murray in the cassette deck downstairs right now.
Glenn Murray.
Ann Murray.
I like Glenn Campbell.
Ann Murray. Glenn Campbell.
I was a lineman for the county.